this video, I'm rolling with Nick. Nick is a blue belt at the academy that I haven't met yet. I usually train in the morning, and tonight I went to a night class because of scheduling. So he came up to me and said, "Oh, I love your channel, I watch your channel." Even though we had never met, he said he was very surprised to see our school in the background. So I said, let's roll. So here we go, we're in a 12-minute round. I'm looking for my De La Riva. He's pointing his knee in to avoid it, which is very good. Now he's looking for the knee up the middle. Now he's switching to a double underhook pass. I have his wrist, I have a little spider guard going on, no-gi spider guard for a second there. I got my foot on his hip. I still managed to get the De La Riva hook. I think he said he was 24, so he's half my age. And he's doing some good leg pummeling. He's avoiding my entanglements. He tried to do a knee slide. I got the arm drag. I started going to his back. And then I had the shoulder crunch sweep.
Yeah, see, I got his name right.
That I've been hitting a lot lately. I'm trying to be very relaxed. I tried to tripod sweep him, but he avoided it. Now, I don't know if that's because he watches the channel. But the way to avoid it is to put that foot back the way he's doing. You don't want your feet right next to each other in front of me. Now I have double wrist control. I switch to knee shield. He's trying various guard passes. He doesn't know how to link them together to make them more effective yet, but you could see he has a good working knowledge of basic jiu-jitsu. Here I was able to sweep him. Again, if you watch my videos, you've seen that sweep before. You could always rewind it and watch it again. Here I'm threatening a footlock. He managed to spin out. I didn't have a control of his waist or anything. I was just trying to see what his reaction would be. There he tried to step around and go to knee on belly, but I have my foot on his hip and I have my left hand on his ankle. There I tried to go to his back, but he's probably seen that before and he ran, you know, not ran away, but ran to escape. Again, he's trying to run around, hold my foot, get his knee on my belly, but I was able to spin with him. See, it's always good to keep your knee high in guard. You don't want your knee like where my knee is now. That's a bad place for it to be. As you could see, he almost started passing. But I was able to reverse him with the Kimura. And again, not using a lot of muscle, not reversing him and ripping it as hard as I can to try to catch him by surprise. Doing it incrementally where he knows it's coming. And giving him a chance to resist so I could sharpen my ability to get this submission. So there, as you could see, as he rolled to escape the Kimura, I was able to go to mount or quarter mount, which then I moved to mount. Now I'm smothering him a little bit. It's hard keeping up with these guys. They have endless energy. I don't miss having endless energy. Endless energy leads to a lot of anxiety and feeling racy. Now I could feel like I could just sit still sometimes. So there are some advantages to getting older or aging. So here again, I'm putting my head in a position where I want him to try a triangle or something like that. I want to see how he moves his hips. I want to counter it. This is our first roll, so I don't really know what he likes to do. Also, blue belt is like college football. Blue belt people are random skill levels. You get a really good blue belt that wears me out, or you get a blue belt that's not that good, or, you know, lower level. He doesn't study as much, but he's been in the school a while, so they promote them. You know, they don't promote based on time, but I'm just saying. everybody has different abilities. Everybody has a different jiu-jitsu IQ level. I don't have a lot of strength, but I like to think I have a good jiu-jitsu IQ. So this isn't really a guard. That right leg for him isn't doing anything. I'm just resting here. He needs to put that right foot on my hip, on my bicep, try to put it around my head. So here I'm showing him how to break my grip. I have good grips, and you need to put your elbow up and away. So I just showed that. That's a really good pointer for anyone. So here I'm putting my knee up the middle. I'm leaning on his knee shield. It's not really a knee shield, it's pointed straight up. I'm grabbing his head so he can't move away from me. And I'm looking to close the space, but I'm looking to do it calmly and incrementally. There I just stepped right over his guard and put my foot on his hip. I do that quite a bit, and it's good to know how to counter that. So if somebody does that to you, you have to grab their ankle and spin your legs back into things. But most people, not most people, but some people don't know the answer. So here he goes again. We're 7 minutes in, trying to stay calm. So even though he stepped back there, I was still able to get the tripod sweep. And now I'm past his guard. I went right to mount. He had no leg monitoring. You have to monitor. You can't just let somebody step over. And you could stop it by putting your knee up. Most people keep their knees too far away from their chest. The further your knees are away from the chest, the weaker the position for you. In my humble opinion. So again here, I'm just sitting. I'm not putting a lot of weight. I'm not smashing him. So here he was starting to come up, and I was able to roll out. Get back to my butterfly position. Eventually, he has to make a choice about going left or right, and that's when I'm able to engage. Oh, and there's another tripod sweep. As you could see, his feet were on the same line. One wasn't back. They were next to each other. So again, I'm sitting on him, but I'm not letting all my weight crush him. I'm kind of on my knees. I'm letting him move inside my legs. Again, I call that the can inside the can principle, which I learned from my first real gi coach. There, he was almost able to bump me off, but I climbed higher on his body. And now he has a knee back in. Now again, I'm on my knees. I'm not leaning all my weight into him. I'm not treating him like an opponent. Here I have the Kimura. I love taking the back with the Kimura lock, which is what I'm doing now, or the Kimura trap, as some call it, or I think that's what they're referring to. So here he's trying to lay low so I can't jack him up and take his back, which gives me other attacks. What's great about jiu-jitsu is there's an answer for everything. That's why I like watching Craig Jones from B Team so much. He always has an answer. And his escapes are just phenomenal. So, if you want to learn escape, study Craig Jones. So here I had him wrapped up. I was threatening the armbar, and then when he defended, I switched to the rear naked choke. Here I'm telling him how good he's doing, but not just to jack up his ego, but because I actually believe it. I never tell anybody they're doing good if they're not. There I was able to shuck his leg by and almost go to knee on belly. There I backstepped while underhooking his leg. I'm controlling his right leg so he can't re-guard, and I have my hips away, which allows me more mobility. Now I'm in a reverse scarf. Danzy was asking, what does a scarf hold? Well, this is a reverse. Scarf would be facing in the other direction. There I covered his mouth jokingly because he's breathing heavy, but I only did it for a second. Again, I'm in mount, but it's a containing mount. I'm not smashing him. He's not grunting. I'm not hurting his ribs. I want him to move. If you shut down somebody in a pin and you take away every option, then they just turtle up and it's harder to submit them. If you let them move, their arm, a limb has to pop out as they're turning. So that ended the round with young Nick, young Master Nick, like I'm someone from the 40s. I'm giving him a little bit of last-minute pointers. I look forward to rolling with him again in the future. If you train in an academy only at night or only during the day, it's always good to visit the other class to get some new training partners. So thank you for watching. If you find value out of my content, feel free to support the channel. I have a merch store. I have a Buy Me a Coffee link. Both are in the description. But I appreciate everyone. Thank you for watching. And please like, share, and if you haven't already, subscribe.